How'd you like to create emails that have a lot more people responding? Well, today I'm going to show you 3 simple ways to get a lot more people reading and responding to the emails you send. First is the hook in the subject of your email. When done right, your subject will make them want to learn more about what you're saying or what you're offering. Next is the topic, where you want to make sure you're telling them something they truly want to hear. Then it's your call to action, so you get them to do what you want them to do next. Okay, let's start with the topic to make sure you're talking about something that's definitely what they want to learn more about. Are you ready? Here's number one, topic. How to identify a topic that makes more people want to read your email. Now, here's something most people don't consider: how a real buyer is different from everyone else. Now, think about it. No matter how good your product or service is, not everyone is ready to buy now. So, what's something that recently happened to one of your prospects that suddenly made them want whatever you're selling and want it now? By focusing on this, selling becomes a lot easier and a lot more powerful. So, here are a few examples. Sales skyrocketed for a caregiving company when we created this message for them. Okay, this email message. Did your mom or dad have a stroke recently? Do you realize that caregivers for stroke victims are totally different from other caregivers? Here's sales skyrocketed for a realtor when her email asked, have you given birth to an awesome child recently? Is it time to move to a better neighborhood for your child? It's easier than most parents realize. Notice how this works? Okay, here's a therapist sales who absolutely skyrocketed with this email topic. Did you fight with your spouse recently and suddenly you're worried that your relationship might be starting to fall apart? Well, here's something that could really help. See, get that? Because of that topic, now people are going to read, well, who are interested in this are going to read the text from this point forward. How about this one? Sales for a business consultant really took off with this email topic. Did someone in your family recently ask, if you're so awesome, why are you making such a small amount of money in your business? Well, here's a way to solve this that you may not have considered. Notice how focusing on this kind of topic could get more people to actually read and respond to your email. So how about you? What's something specific that happened to one of your prospects a few days ago that has suddenly made them desperately want whatever you're selling? Knowing this can help you create emails that get a lot more people responding. And by the way, here are a few email formats that successful people use. Chris Beaver puts your name at the front of his first sentence. James, quick follow-up on board seats here before the end of the week. Alex Hormozy doesn't put your name in his email at all. He uses bold headings and ends with a PS in blue, making it stand out. Advertiser Dan Kennedy doesn't include your email either. He starts with his hot topic. Let's talk about a critical mistake that's quietly killing your sales. Then he uses numbers and bullets and blue text for his call to action. Claim your free copy of the Ultimate Sales Letter. Mark Porteous starts his email with your name. For me, it's Dear James. And Heather Monahan also does that. She starts with my name here, Hey James I, and follows it with a bold headline. Okay, here's number 2, your subject title. Creating a hot subject title that makes people desperately want to know more. Now, let me show you 3 types of email subjects that tend to make opening your emails more likely. Here's the first one. Tell them what you want. The second, trigger their curiosity. Or number 3, offer them something that they want and offer it for free. So let's focus on subject idea number 1. Tell them exactly what you want them to do in the subject. Now, here are some examples. Can we meet Thursday? Or would you let me help you write your next book? Here are a few more. From famous person Jack Canfield, who wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul and a lot of other famous books and a lot of amazing programs. Can I personally mentor you, James? Here's Kimberly Crow. Call for speakers. She's basically saying we're looking for speakers for a big program we have. Peter Scott, how to get your first coaching client. And Smithsonian Magazine, just $34.99 for 2 gifts of Smithsonian. By being direct like this with the reader, if it feels like something they want, they will definitely respond. Okay, here's subject idea number 2. Trigger their curiosity with subject lines like these. Here's Say, who's a stock images provider. Stop paying for stock images. Do this instead. And it says no monthly fee. Do what instead? It makes you want to learn more, doesn't it? How about Jill Lublin, who's an awesome media specialist? Want media appearances? Try this. Try what? Here's Gloria Chu. James, can you help me with this? Help you with what? It makes you want to find out, doesn't it? It makes you want to read a little bit more. How about this from Eat This, Not That? 9 disgusting facts about Thanksgiving. Okay, doesn't that make your curiosity go? How about Jennifer Davis? Sorry and thank you. What? How about this from John Assaraf, John's iPhone? Did you miss this? Did I miss what? Okay, here's another one. Are you the person who did this? You notice how these are making you wonder, what? And then you want to read a little bit more. Of course, the text has to be strong, which is why the first part that we talked about is so important, the topic. But you need the topic that's really strong, and then you need an email that drives them to read the topic, okay? That's how you get the results. And then, well, later I'll show you about the call to action. Here's advertiser Dan Kennedy. Are you telling the wrong story? It's costing you customers. Okay, and by the way, note, when you have more than 40 characters in your subject, as he has, your words will generally get cut off in the initial post. And that can still be okay, as it will show up at the top of the actual email message. Now, titles like this grab people's curiosity enough to get them to at least start reading your email. Can you relate to that? Okay, subject idea number 3. Offer something for free that you believe they'll want. Now, here are a few examples. Here's Jordan from Contact Any Celebrity saying, here's your free 30-page guide. Now notice he didn't attach a PDF to the email because people don't trust a download from someone they don't know. So instead, in the email, he has a red link saying, download it now. Now, see how powerful it is to have a colored link to whatever you're offering? Okay, so here are the 3 subject categories that I just mentioned. State specifically what you want them to do, or trigger curiosity, or offer something you believe they'll want. Each of these can make it easier to get people to read and respond to your email. And by the way, in the emails you create, bullets, especially colored ones like these, can also make your email message more attractive to your leaders, just like a colored call to action button can drive them to take action, which I'll talk about now coming up in number 3. Which brings us to number 3, call to action, getting the person who's reading your email to take the action you want. So here are 2 things I want to show you. First is don't sell your product. Instead, focus your message on the next step. Then, using a call to action button can dramatically increase the number of people who do what you want. Now, first, this might sound really strange, but in your emails, do not sell your product. I know this is going to sound really strange, but follow me on this, okay? Instead, sell the next step. Now, here's an example from Mech Labs, the incredible company that boosts ads results for major brands. Now, see these 2 ads? One had more than 7.5 times the number of qualified leads than the other. Can you tell which one had better results? They look almost the same, don't they? And yet, one of these generated more than 7.5 times the results. 7.5 times the number of people responded. Now, can you tell which one? Yep, it's this one. So how could this slightly different ad have such higher results than the other one? Well, the reason is profound. The first ad is selling the product, but the second one, It's selling the next step, which is the call. The first one basically says, our product is great. Now, this one says the phone call will be great. With just one phone call, you'll get all this. So even though you want people to buy your product or say yes to your idea, if there are multiple steps they have to go through, like read this email, then click the link, then make the call, then hear our pitch, then buy the product. In each step, you don't sell the product, you sell the next step. The last one, you sell the product, or hear our pitch. Okay, so in the pitch, you're going to sell the product. But in each one of the other ones, you're not selling the product. You know that they have to go through each one of these steps. So in this case, they're selling the call. Call us today and we'll let you understand things you probably aren't aware of. Now think about this. If you want people to come to your website, don't tell them how awesome your product is. Tell them how awesome their visit to the website will be. Now, to get the best results from your email, tell them how that next step will be valuable to them and watch how your results can get much better, just like it did with the ad that I just showed you. Okay, so now let's go on to the next piece. Let's focus on the call to action itself. In your email, a colored call to action box can really make it easier to get the results that you want. Now, here are a few examples. Now, in this email, we saw his title saying free download celebrity leverage book. So near the top and later at the bottom of the email, he put a red box that visually jumps off the page with the text in the box saying, get celebrity endorsements. Now that link drives people to a simple page where they can download the document. And or he can capture their email and they can download the document. Now here's another one. And this one has a blue box saying learn more. Here's an orange book my call now button. Here's a bigger elevate your influence bootcamp button, taking readers to a sales page. And a purple join the waitlist link. Now see how using a colored button like these can make it much easier to get your prospect to take the action you want? Okay, so let's go through the 3 power tips that I mentioned in this video. Number 1, when you want your email to get results, start by choosing a topic that already made someone suddenly want what you're offering. Number 2, then create a subject that gets people wanting to read more. And try using one of these 3. Tell them what you want, create curiosity, or offer something free that you know they're going to want. And then number 3 of the 3 points that I'm showing you how to create a better email is for your call to action, focus on the next step and use a call to action colored button if you can to get more people doing what you want. By the way, thousands of the top marketers in America have fallen in love with my Brain Glue book, which has changed how they're selling their ideas and products. And you can check it out if you want to. I think you might find it interesting, but check it out at yesbrainglue.com. And if you like this video, subscribe to my channel so you can get to watch more of the ones that I'm creating to help you boost the impact of your marketing. I think you'll find them really valuable. Enjoy.